messages on screen, the will be updated as the information becomes available. This station will now
Welcome to the Casual Preppers Podcast. Here are your hosts, Cam and Kobe.
Welcome to the Casual Preppers Podcast, the only place for prepping, survival, and entertainment. We are your hosts, Cam and Kobe, and we're ready to bring survival goodness direct to your ear holes.
How we are.
That is beautiful. That was just a beautiful opening.
How.
Yeah. Cameron, can you let the fine folks know what we're talking about today?
Yeah. So today we're going to talk about how to lug your fat butts around. Everybody's fat butt.
You're going to use a cuss word and then you stopped.
Fat fun. In an SHTF, WWE, WWF, ASAP, and
LGBTQT scenario.
So everybody listen up.
Yeah, so we're talking about apocalyptic transportation today. So this isn't necessarily a bug out vehicle episode.
No.
But
it's about
it pertains
just how
to it in some way.
Lug your fat butt around.
Yeah, exactly. How to get around when getting around is not so easy.
You need to learn how to get around in an apocalyptic scenario.
We got a tack pack to talk about today, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do. Okay. Guys, first, today's podcast is brought to you by Tack Pack, the only monthly tactical subscription box with useful professional-grade stuff inside. Get 10% off your first Tack Pack with code CASUALPREPPERS at TackPack.com and join the thousands of satisfied subscribers today. That's 10% off with code CASUALPREPPERS at TackPack.com. Thank you, Tack Pack.
These are the guys that we're going to review today.
The Tack Pack. Guys, go check them out. Really quick, we have a giveaway going on right now until Monday. What day is Monday? Do you know the date?
It's the day before Tuesday.
It is the day before
after
Tuesday.
Sunday.
Right. So this coming Monday,
2nd?
it's like the 2nd of October or something like that. Anyways.
Let me see. It is the 2nd of October.
Okay, we're giving away a Gerber blade. It's a sweet little Gerber blade.
It is a really sweet Gerber
So if you head to Facebook, you can see that it's pinned to the top of our Facebook, and you can enter that. And you're going to be super excited about it.
If you've ever used a Gerber blade, you're going to love this Gerber blade.
Ever used a Gerber blade?
You
You sound like you're a little bit
drunk.
Drunk.
It was a rough day.
Was it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I apologize.
Lots
for
of
that.
sutures, lots of buttholes, lots of private parts I had to deal with.
Sutures and buttholes, the Cameron Hardy story.
I usually suture buttholes every day.
Yeah.
Listener reviews starts now.
Ooh.
Does that me?
Is
Is that a cue for me?
Yeah. Hey, go take it. You take it today. Take
Social media?
it. Yeah.
I think I did it last week, but that's fine.
Okay. Dude,
So-
this isn't... Whatever. Just
Not social media. Listener review.
Yeah, listener reviews.
So this is Zadok Mason Montieth.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So
5
he
stars.
says, or she says, I think it's he says,
That's just got to be a he.
these dudes are great. They have a lot of good info and seem like the kind of dudes I would like to drink a beer with and survive the robot uprising. We haven't talked about that yet.
No, why haven't we?
I don't know. Let's just change this episode and start talking about it.
Today we're talking about the robot uprising that's inevitable.
Anyway, that's not what he said. Quote,
Yeah.
I listen every week.
Quote.
Keep the tinfoil handy and keep doing what you're doing, guys. You're guys. Thanks and stay frosty. Agenda 21.
Yes, sir. Thank you. If
Thanks,
you would
Zadok
like to be part
Mason.
of this portion of the podcast, go to iTunes, go to Facebook, go to the Amazon book, and leave us a 5-star review. Make it
Right
freaking
on.
awesome.
Give us ideas like robot uprising.
Yeah, I mean, I'm putting that on the list. Like
There's
right
got to
now.
be another, 2K? Was it 2000?
Y2K.
Y2K, that's what.
Right. 2K, NBA 2K. Y25.
2K5 NFL, right?
Social media shout out.
Holla back, y'all.
So this is a good one.
This really is. I want you guys to all go check out iconic.inc at iconic.inc.
Make sure you do
Insta.
iconic.inc because there's an iconic eye drop solution or something when I was.
And I'm not
looking
saying
them
that that's
up.
a bad thing. I'm just saying
you can have
this
as
is what
much
we're talking
solution, but we're not giving away the eye solution.
Yeah. So these guys have a really, really, really cool solar backpack that's ready to come out. I think it's Indiegogo, right, that they're doing?
Yeah.
So their campaign starts October 3rd. Put that down on your prepper calendar.
That's Tuesday.
That's Tuesday. Oh, that's the same damn day.
No,
After our
Monday is the 2nd.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So this solar backpack is really cool.
Why, hell?
What? No, okay.
2 in 1 day.
It has anti-theft pockets, lockable zipper pulls. Each pack comes with a 10,000 milliamp power bank, and they also provide a waterproof cover to help ensure belongings stay dry. This is going to be a really cool backpack.
That's a lot in one.
I'm not talking about several backpacks. I'm talking about one backpack.
I know.
This is insane. So if you go to their website, they have an awesome pre-order special going on right now for subscribers. You get $55 off. So that means the retail on the solar pack is $195. You get it for $150.
Yeah. It's seriously sweet looking because it doesn't
Yeah.
have like those, the little fold out
Yeah.
solar things and then you roll it back up, stick it in your bag.
Mhm.
No way.
Like an idiot.
The whole back is
Like a
just
freaking
like
idiot.
a sewn in
Yeah.
solar pack.
So-
Or solar windshield.
Solar windshield. Yeah, so check them out. It looks really, really cool, and we should probably have one for review at some point. So we can't wait to bring that
That'd
to
be
you
fun
guys.
to touch.
Yeah, sure.
It's a mad, mad world.
Oh, it's gonna be so much fun to touch it. Oh my gosh.
I really want to touch that pack.
I can't wait to touch your pack.
So, yeah.
Cameron, is such a mad, mad world out there right now.
Super mad.
So I don't know if you've been seeing what's going on in Puerto Rico, but it is like legit apocalypse there right now. Like seriously, brah.
It is, man. I feel bad for
So-
those peeps.
Statistics as of like yesterday, I think 97% of the 3.4 million residents were still without power. That's everybody. I mean, that's everybody. 1 week after Hurricane Maria slammed into Puerto Rico, the governor said about half the residents do not even have running water.
Jeez.
So, obviously, a very good reason to be prepping those types of things.
Yeah, it's now.
What's
I
that?
don't even want to say that. Now it's going to be called Porto Poro.
that was
it's
stupid.
Rico.
Yeah, I get you.
It's Porto Poro now.
Yeah, it was a horrible joke.
I know. That's why I laughed.
And-
Because this is. I don't even know why. I shouldn't even share it because it's so freaking cool. That was a good joke.
I really agree with you. You shouldn't have shared that.
So how about Korea and the U.S. hating each other, huh?
North Korea. South Korea, we're good buds with.
Korea in general.
No.
Nobody likes Samsung.
Really? I have a Samsung TV. I like it.
Anyway, so yeah, exchanging some hot words.
Yeah, they are.
Hostile.
Yeah.
They hate each other. Trump.
Trump and Rocket Man.
Yeah.
He's been
such
calling him
a-
Rocket Man.
Anyway, yeah, they stepped up their game. They said, we're going to shoot you down in international airspace.
Yeah, if
If
that
you-
happens,
Oh,
if that
I-
seriously happens, it's not good.
It's stupid, man.
It is not good.
Freaking both. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, being what doesn't the doomsday clock's about be at what, like 30 seconds?
It's like
30 seconds to midnight.
it's like 1 second to midnight at this
Oh
point.
man. So yeah, kind of freaky. But I just wanted to, in general, just all the chaos, man, in the
Yeah,
world. There's,
it's bad.
Puerto Rico, you got hurricanes, like, what has it been, like 16?
Yeah, like 82 by
And then
this end of the
spitting
week.
off tornadoes from it. That's like Sim City game.
I know.
We're gonna start fires
We're
here.
gonna turn the disasters off, man.
I know. Just like all this stuff happening. I mean, and I just read like 2 islands are being evacuated for volcanoes. I'm like, man, Mother
gosh.
Earth's pissed off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just just makes you realize, you really need to have multiple plans.
life is fragile.
Yeah, hug your loved ones.
Yes, hug a tree.
I mean,
hug
Hugh
your loved one.
Hefner died this week.
Oh my
today.
gosh. Stop bringing that up.
Anyway,
Gosh.
that dude's screwed.
Oh,
He's
literally.
dead, and
A
then
lot.
he's gonna be dead up in heaven too, whatever that means.
I don't know at all what that means.
He's just gonna be floating out in darkness because
Yeah.
nobody wants him.
No, everybody wants him. Come on. Everybody wants to be him.
So, having, you don't know if you're gonna be evacuated. You don't know if you're gonna be able to hunker down and have no electricity forever.
Yeah.
You gotta be watching out.
Yeah, so just listen to the
Just
things
get
we
your
say.
friends to subscribe to this podcast because it'll save everyone.
We're here to save lives.
Yep.
That's all we're here for.
Nothing more.
Nothing more.
We don't get anything out of this.
What
but
the hell do we get out of it?
possibility of saving lives. Not a thing.
Just that good feeling in my belly that we saved lives. That's what we get.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cameron, apocalyptic transportation. So this, we have been really wanting to do this for quite some time. We've been procrastinating because it's kind of a big It's kind of a big topic, and
Huge topic.
everybody's
There's
like,
so many things. There's so many
Yeah.
like specialists, and there's so many that are like that's like their thing, and
yeah.
they're just
It's not really our thing. I mean, it's not like our specialty vehicles.
no.
And,
I don't have the money to do it.
No.
I don't have the money to get what I want,
nor the brain power.
nor the brain power.
Nor the brain power.
Appreciate that.
Well, I was generally saying both of us.
Yeah.
I just don't know. I'm not like a car guy. I don't know a lot
No,
about that
me
type
either.
of stuff. But I do know about the apocalypse.
I do know. I do know.
I know about the apocalypse. So we're gonna talk about first, some features for your apocalyptic vehicle.
Yeah.
So this, like we said, this is
Like in Instagram, we had people like, which one are you going to take? So
Yeah.
we want to give you the breakdown of key things on whatever you're going to go with.
Yes.
You have to consider.
So yeah, we're not gonna give you the exact vehicle, make, model,
Yeah.
year.
We're not going to be like,
Yeah.
get a Winnebago and
Yeah,
jack
actually-
it up.
Could be cool.
That would be sweet.
Very cool. Very cool.
But
So features, Cameron. The first one I think is pretty key, and maybe people will not agree with this, but I think 4-wheel
I
drive is
totally
key.
agree with it. I agree with you.
You do?
Yeah.
We're in agreement.
All-wheel drive or four-wheel drive?
Yes.
It's a must.
It is a must.
I think it is.
So there's several reasons I think that this is probably a good idea. So the
All
roads.
4 tires are going to be turning.
Yes. It's better to have 4 tires than 2 or 1.
Right. Right.
Roads will become congested and clogged in the first hours of any apocalyptic situation. So it doesn't matter. This could be short term. This could be long term. This could be anything. The roads are going to be nuts, right? So
Right.
you want that ability to maybe go off the road,
Right.
Right. So 4-wheel drive,
Right.
good idea.
Super good idea.
Okay.
The goodest idea.
So maybe your apocalyptic scenario involves an EMP, and we all know that possibly an EMP could make every car just sort of inoperable where it stands when that EMP went off.
Yeah.
Say Rocket Man decides to send that nuke over
Rocket.
top of the U.S. and the
Yeah,
the
maybe
bomb
he
goes
wants to splash a rocket in the Atlantic because he's been shooting him in the Pacific for
Yeah.
so long. So he's going to send it
Exactly.
over us.
So if that does happen, if an EMP does happen, the roads will be like littered with cars, basically.
Right.
Right. They're going to be stopped where they were at. So the roads could be unusable, is what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
I got you.
And also, you may have been unfortunate enough to have the apocalypse come in the middle of the winter.
Yeah.
And so, here where we live, there's a lot of snow in the winter, and we have to have snow plows to go and clear those roads.
Right.
Those snow plows will
Well,
not
even
be going.
like, even if it were, a nuclear fallout, like snow and all that stuff just comes at the wrong time,
Exactly,
Like
yeah.
July it snows because
Yep.
you've screwed everything up.
Well, you could have 3 feet of ash too. You
That
know, I
too,
mean, it
yeah.
could be a volcano. Yellowstone could blow.
Did you get Goodrich tires that go good in ash? That's something to think about.
Oh, I'm gonna have to
I
ask
want
my-
your Ash Series Goodrich tire.
Yes, I want them ash tires right now. So, anyways, I really think 4-wheel drive is something you need to work,
do too.
to look at. Mm-hmm. What's next, Cam?
You want to have something reliable.
Yes.
You don't want a junkyard. I got this old 1970 pickup out here. It
Yeah.
doesn't run very good, but
And-
that thing is going to be something.
Yeah, it
else,
doesn't run.
Or it's got 2,000 miles on it. That you're 2,000. That would be great.
It only has 2,000 miles.
200,000 miles.
Yes.
I don't drive anything over 2,000 miles anymore. I change it out. That's pretty much the American way now.
It is, really.
Anyway,
It is.
yeah, you want something that like for example, I'm working on a truck right now. I'm not myself.
No, because you don't have the
'Cause
brain
my
power.
brother-in-law is a stud and he knows everything about trucks. So he's rebuilding it. I mean, I'm getting a brand new engine put in it and everything because I want this thing. I don't care what the body looks like. It's got an older body. Little pear shapes, a little bit big on bottom. It's okay.
I like it that
It's
way.
okay. But
So what you want to tell them what you got?
I got a 77 F-150 Ranger. It's a sweet little pickup.
You're gonna see
Short
it soon.
bed, short wheelbase.
Y'all will see it soon. It's gonna be like the casual preppers
We're gonna
like
pretty
vehicle.
much use it in our videos
Yeah, it's gonna be our little
every
mascot.
time. But anyway, yeah. So, but he's going through everything. Brake lines. He's going through brand new, starter, brand new water pump, brand new radiator. Like I want that thing to have no mechanical issues.
Yeah.
I could care less if the bed falls off from it or the doors fall off. As long as this thing keeps driving,
Yeah, you're
that's
good to
the
go.
most important, right?
Exactly.
You
So
can
yeah,
weld stuff on.
reliability.
So, yeah.
very important.
So I mean that I'm not saying brand or anything. You just need something that
Yeah.
it has been well maintained and is gonna. It's like a pair of shoes. You don't want something with your toe sticking out.
You don't. It's not a good idea. No.
Anyway.
You want something that's been proven, too. You don't want to get like a DeLorean where there are like 8 made and like, you know what I mean? We're going to talk about that later, actually.
A
So the next
DeLorean?
thing- yeah.
Sweet.
No, we don't actually specifically talk about
Oh,
DeLoreans.
cool. I was like, wow, where'd you put that in the notes?
You made a time machine out of a DeLorean?
Yeah. Why even piss with all this stuff
I
when
know.
you could go back in time
Exactly.
or forward in time?
So the next thing we think you need to look at is fuel economy, right?
for sure.
So,
I look at it now, but
yeah, you do
It's
look
still
at it now.
hard to-
Yeah. So, what I wrote down here is you're going to be much more mindful of fuel economy as you're sucking on a rubber hose and lugging gas cans around. Seriously.
Yeah, you
you're
are.
going to want
be
something that
constantly having to
Yeah.
find fuel. Oh, that's
exactly.
gonna suck.
So, we say four-wheel drive, but fuel economy is usually not as good with four-wheel drive vehicles. So you just kind of have to find your happy medium
Yeah.
with all this
Maybe
stuff.
you want a Subaru Outback all-wheel drive.
Maybe you do.
A little better gas mileage.
I was going to say, better gas mileage. Yeah, so fuel economy is a big
It
deal.
is a really big deal.
Becomes a bigger deal in the apocalypse because you can't go down to Chevron and just grab some
Right.
Chevron with Techron.
Right.
It's hard to do. Right?
I'm only putting Techron in this.
I will not. I do not care how many zombies are coming. We'll only put Techron in my.
Screw this.
Subaru.
I don't want it. Yeah.
So, yeah, that's probably a good thing to look at.
Very good thing to look at. Other thing is capacity. You get a one-seater, single wheel car. You're not going to be able to take
It's like-
anything or anybody
Like I
with
put
you.
in the book, like don't pick a Mazda Miata. It's
Yeah.
not a good idea.
No. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not a good idea.
So, that kind of opens up to a bunch of different types of vehicles, vans and, things that you're going to be able to carry both
Yeah.
your supplies and, your loved ones.
Yeah, so
your
that's
pets.
this. Obviously, you have to tailor this to what your situation might be. So if you're a single dude and you want to go lone wolf it, you know what I mean? Then
Right.
maybe you don't worry about that so much. But if you got like 3 kids and a wife,
Right.
most likely you're going to want to bring them with you,
Right.
when you're going. So,
But yeah, you're really going to want something that you can be able to, scavenge and bring stuff back.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
So, if you're having the Geo Metro,
yeah,
probably not the best.
probably not. But the fuel economy is going to be great.
You're going to be
So
driving forever.
yeah, so you have to
but
think
you won't
about
be able
that.
to. So, but yeah, it really is something you need to consider in terms of
people
transporting people and goods and things like that. For
Exactly.
sure.
So the next
Or
thing,
sleep in.
Yeah,
even.
well, yeah, you might have to spend a night or two in
So-
it depending on your situation.
Yeah. Totally.
So next thing is commonality, and this sort of actually means, is it a popular vehicle enough that if you need to find parts that you're able to do that,
Right.
in your area. So here, it might not be a good idea to have a Ferrari for your
Right.
bug out vehicle or your
Or a
apocalyptic
Saab.
Or a Saab, yeah, exactly. Or even like, some of the German-made vehicles are tough to find
Mine
parts.
sucks, and it's
Yeah.
it's not new, but
And trying to like fix those parts is tough too. You don't who the hell knows how to do
it
that?
drives me nuts.
Yeah.
So
I
know. Well, first thing we got to find a Volkswagen company before we
Yeah.
continue on our.
know.
journey.
We need the Hitler head screwdriver.
And that was
for
something
this.
that why I'd been looking, for a truck that parts are pretty easy, interchangeable with these standard motors and
Yeah.
these old vehicles.
Exactly. So that's something you need to think about. And if you do, it's probably a good idea to have a manual
Right.
for your vehicle. Because you can't just call the mechanic to get stuff
Like
fixed.
a manual transmission, such a good idea.
Well, no, that's not exactly what I was trying to say. A manual for fixing your vehicle.
Yeah,
Is
no,
it-
for sure.
How
about what we just talked about, like age of having more available parts, EMP proof.
Yes, and this one it could be a huge
So
deal.
it's kind of, it's not clear cut on this.
It's not even
We
close
really
to clear cut.
have no idea what, maybe your 2007 Camry is going to
Yeah.
be okay.
It could be.
Maybe.
And they actually did some tests. I wrote about this in the book. They did some tests. I think it was like 2004 or something like that. Or maybe,
Oh, they did it that recent, huh?
Yeah, there were some recent tests, and they did They put them in a controlled environment and had them running, right, with all their lights and stuff on, and then they had an EMP go out, like a short,
like some towns in Mexico City.
Yeah, exactly. No, but most of them, some of them stopped running for a second, but they came right back up. Some of them just had some weird stuff go on with the lights or the dash lights, but none of them were immobilized.
I'm sure the check engine light will come on no matter what.
Oh, absolutely. So what we're saying is this: it isn't for sure that your vehicles aren't going to work,
Right.
but it's a good idea to think about it in case that does happen.
The chances are probably a lot higher with those old ones that are just a freaking engine.
Exactly,
There's no
yes.
computer components. There's very minimal electrical wires.
Exactly.
All that.
So the conventional wisdom says to pick a vehicle manufactured before 1980. So after that, they started using, like solid state electronics and stuff like that, which are more vulnerable to EMPs. Vulnerable. Yeah. So pick a car before 1980 if you can.
Right.
It's only going to help.
Yeah. So take your Model T, lift it,
Yes.
and
Put the super swampers on it. and get going.
and you are safe. Nothing's going to touch that thing.
Exactly.
Even
So,
if it's steam engine, you know how cheap steam is?
oh my gosh, it's so cheap.
Water's like everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm going to get a steam engine.
Good idea.
Really good idea.
Good idea. So the next thing we need to think about is gas versus diesel engines.
This is a little controversial.
It is. Yeah, I mean, it is, but maybe it isn't. So I wrote down
I'm saying it is, so
okay.
it is.
Cameron says this is very controversial.
No, I don't think it's real. But this
It
is a
is.
hard decision.
It is. It is. So I wrote down some pros for each of these, and why don't you make the decision on your own, people?
Me?
No, well, yes, you. But I'm talking to our listeners out there. Maybe you guys should make your own.
Me. Okay.
Oh, well,
let me
write
tell
this
you
down.
right now.
Let me write this down. So here's the pros for gas vehicles, right? It'll be more widely available in the U.S. When SHTF, right? There's going to be plenty of places and opportunities to scavenge for gas.
Yeah.
Because most of the vehicles out there are gas-powered vehicles, right?
Unless you live in Vernal.
Unless you live in Vernal, and they're not.
They're all diesel pickups.
Yeah.
That go out of the oil field. Anyway.
And you probably already have a gasoline-powered vehicle, so you don't really have to go out and find something new. Okay? So diesel, there are some actually really good positives to diesel. It will keep longer than gasoline. So storing your fuel is going to be much easier. You don't have to switch it out as long. And the fuel is going to last longer that's sitting out there in other vehicles after the apocalypse happens, right?
Right.
You're probably going to have shorter lines in the immediate aftermath of any situation than you will at the gas pumps. The diesel pumps will be shorter. There's just not as many of them on the road.
Right.
Which it can be a huge benefit in like hurricanes and things like that, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, for
Mucho
sure.
grande.
Yes. The next thing is diesel engines can actually be adapted to run several different types of fuels like biodiesel, vegetable oil, and heating oil. They may take some minor engine adjustments, but they can be done. So that is a huge benefit.
So one thing on that too, though, a gas engine can run diesel when it's diluted down. You know what I mean?
Wow.
You run gas in a diesel engine, it's done.
Yeah, it's done.
You know?
Okay, well, that's good. Good to know.
You could, limp your gas engine along a lot further with diesel.
Okay,
So,
well, that's good to know.
found that out mixing it on the farm when I shouldn't have.
Oh,
But,
no, really?
yeah, it just burns really rich, and obviously it's not going to be good for the engine long term.
Long
but
term.
you can actually burn diesel in there though. So.
Yeah, fantastic. The last thing is there's going to be like these mechanics that are going to go, well, these idiots, no idea what they're talking about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, don't fill up your gas engine with diesel and say, Castle Pepper said it's fine.
Yeah, those dudes know
This
shit.
looks like it's cheaper today, so I'm going to burn half and half.
I'm just going to, put some water. I got a water
Just
bottle
run both
here.
in there.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I'm just saying that
it can be done.
it can be done. Just don't put gas in a diesel engine.
Exactly.
Done.
In the last thing, which I think could be a big thing, too.
I know some mechanics are like, oh, I'm done with this podcast. These guys.
Unsubscribe. So the last thing is if you have a diesel engine, you can siphon from those large big rigs.
You're gonna break what's that one? The one car part that you always the made up car part.
You're gonna break your Johnson rod in there.
You're gonna run diesel in a gas engine. You're gonna break your Don Johnson.
Your Johnson rod
Your
will be
Don
gone.
Johnson rod.
Don Johnson rod. That's awesome. Anyways, I'm trying to get to this last point, Cameron, on
Go
this diesel
ahead.
engine.
Finish it. I'm sick.
Um,
Listen.
You can, if you have a diesel engine, you can siphon from the large big rigs after anything happens. There's going to be big rigs everywhere, and those fuel tanks are humongous.
They're giant.
Yep. And also, you had mentioned
like
farms.
farm equipment.
Yeah.
The dump trucks, the tractors, they hold tons. They get 50 to 100 gallons.
Mucho gallons.
Both fuels taste horrible when you put them in your mouth. I found that out the hard way too.
So there's no benefit either way there.
So it doesn't matter if you prefer the taste of gas, then go with gas.
Gas will get you
I
higher.
swallowed a whole bunch one Christmas, and it was a miserable one. Not on purpose.
What the hell?
We had old gas in a snowmobile, and I was like,
what were you doing?
that's disgusting. Everybody's turning this off right now.
You were siphoning?
I got a ton in my stomach, and we had to call poison control.
What'd they say?
As I was out in the snow, like gagging myself to
Yeah.
throw it back up, they're like, first thing you want to do is not throw it up.
You're like,
yeah, I was all, because you get in your lung, it's
Yeah.
bad. But yeah, your body will take care of it. But it was like, I was burping up gas for like 5 days. I was like, every burp, I was like, oh,
You're
man.
like walking around like, I got gas. Like literally.
You smell that? Combustion?
I'm going to show you a little bit of combustion right now.
Yeah, it was a horrible Christmas.
It
We were
sounds.
sledding, I was burping up gas all day. It was pretty fun.
You want to see me like my
The
burps?
thing is, like, no more than like 15 minutes later after I'd done this,
Yeah.
my dad came in. He's all, I just siphoned it out, got it in my mouth.
Oh my
too."
gosh, man. What the hell goes on at the Hardy Farms?
Yep, siphoning gas out of our
Oh,
snowmobiles.
that is awesome.
Anyway,
Okay.
little nonsense, completely useless information for
Yes.
everybody there. I apologize.
Moving on to accessories for your apocalyptic
Yeah, so you
vehicle.
could get crazy with this category. Things that
You could, but then you also didn't. You don't have to.
right. You don't have to be crazy about this.
Yeah.
So, I just threw in some things that are both like pretty cool, like little things to have that I think are, super useful.
Mm-hmm.
And other things that I think are really necessary to have, like a winch.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are like critical to have on whatever,
Right.
Vehicle you have, if you can,
Yes.
like put one on your Oldsmobile Omega.
Mm-hmm. Oldsmobile Omega. Yeah.
I think they come with a winch, but I'm not sure.
the later models did.
But yeah, you can get out of a pinch in those. And
Get a pinch with your winch.
nothing better than getting out of this pinch with my winch.
Hey, we're in a pinch. Get my winch.
That's a good bumper sticker. Get in a pinch, get your winch.
Uh-huh.
They have a winch anchor, if you're, say you live where we do, in the middle of the desert where sagebrush probably won't be the best thing to tie on.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's called a pole pal. You stick it
Pretty
in.
cool. It's called Pool Pal.
And I made one myself. No, but
I got one. That's cool. It's pretty
it's
cool.
like a pole buddy. It's like a pole friend.
Pool buddy.
Anyway, it's like an anchor, and you like when the winch pulls it in, it pulls itself deeper.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Anyways, look it up.
Sounds
Look up a
highfalutin.
winch anchor pole pal.
Sounds highfalutin.
Tire pump and siphon, like we were talking about.
Yes.
They have like those dual, like the one that BattleBox gave us.
Mm-hmm.
It could pump up tires and it was a siphon. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Pump
Pretty
up
cool.
a blow up mattress too.
Oh, or
Super important.
sex doll. Pump up anything.
Yeah, exactly. First thing I was thinking of.
That's what I thought.
Well, I need to blow my sex doll up and my tires.
You got it here in quotations. Sex doll pumper. Yeah, I'm seeing. I'm looking at it.
He's not. It's not
He's
in
not
there.
really. I'm lying about it.
So an X jack is a high lift jack.
Yep.
Most hardcore Jeep dudes have one on their on the top rack.
Yes, sir.
There's multiple uses for these other than just lifting, and you can use it as a come along. You can use it as a spreader to if you roll over and you have to bust a door open or something.
You hit somebody with it.
You can. Freaking yeah.
Yeah.
They have an X jack, an air jack.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So those are pretty cool. They're like a big old balloon you blow up, and you can get yourself out of pinch without a winch.
Yeah. Exchange.
Jerry can obviously better way to carry fuel than plastic,
Yes.
because those little Walmart ones, they basically I think all of mine have imploded.
Yeah, they do
it's
like. Yep.
and then they bust the threads off from your top. I'm trying to get this out, but it's not coming out very smoothly. So there's a cool thing that I saw in magazines called Max Tracks. It's like a really long nylon.
They take tracks to the max.
They do, man. It's cool. It's got some like really aggressive spikes on it. So you can throw it down over like a gap or in the mud. Basically, you don't have to stick a bunch of sticks and weeds and crap if you lose traction.
I see.
And it's super durable and it snaps back into shape. So you can, I would have one.
You would.
I don't,
You
but
don't.
I want one.
Yeah.
Because, you can use it.
Max
in a
Tracks, if
pinch.
you're listening, send us one.
Yes, please do. Tire chains.
Yes.
Those are huge for all kinds of different terrain. If you have a plow on your truck, leave it on there.
Don't take it off.
Because those are useful if you're pushing vehicles off the road, and you don't want to
Running
damage
into
the
hordes
radiator.
of zombies.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or maybe people are shooting at you, just lift it up, block them. Remember on what was it? What's the Lethal Weapon where they had the armor piercing?
Yeah.
Remember
oh,
the
man.
bulldozer?
Yeah.
They're like using it to stop the bullets. You never know.
Lethal
People
weapon.
could be shooting
They
armor
could.
piercing bullets in the apocalypse.
They absolutely could.
A tow bar, or a trailer hitch. Having those, there's you don't always have them. Like my Touareg, I just barely put one on there,
You did.
and I'm glad I did because it's gonna save my life.
It absolutely
But
would.
there's so many things. There's little attachments for carrying motorcycles, which we'll talk about later. Pulling a trailer through trimmer infested territory.
Yeah, that's right.
Tire repair kits and spares. Make sure your spare is good because a lot of them are flat.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk more about like the bug out vehicle on the bug out vehicle episode of like really detailed hardcore stuff like bead lock tires and stuff. Just things to consider. If you're gonna drive on a flat, those bead locks are sweet.
Yeah, my dad's
you
got
can
bead locks
just
on his Jeep.
Oh, your dad does?
He totally
Well, my
does.
dad has a bead lock on 2 Jeeps.
My dad beat your dad with a high man jack.
My dad has a bead lock on his truck and his car. Better than your dad.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, anyway, there's a lot of these little accessories that can get you a lot further than just, whatever vehicle you got.
Word
up.
Word up. Hey, guys, real quick, let's talk about the 3%er, guys. The 3%ers are all diehard American patriots who craft pro-gun, patriotic, and American Revolution-related apparel. They are extremely passionate about what they do, and everything is made to order in-house. Go to the3percenter.com and get the very best gear for any Second Amendment America-loving patriot. That is the3percenter.com, and use code CASUALPREPPERS, and you will get a sweet little discount at checkout. And you're going to be happy about it. You're going to look sexy, and everybody's going to be happy. Not just
Everybody
you.
that is around you. Will
Not
be
just
happy.
you,
And they'll be
everybody.
like, where'd you get that shirt?
Hey, where'd you get that shirt? You got bead locks?
Duh.
You got bead locks in that shirt? What the hell? You trying to show me up, boy?
Do you have a dual tire pump and sex toy pump?
Well, I do, so whatever.
Cool.
Cool.
Right on.
So, moving on our tour of apocalyptic transportation, the next thing we want to talk about is sort of alternates to the regular vehicles.
Yeah.
In cars and trucks.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. We're going to talk about the gosh damn crotch rocket right now.
Yep. Cross rocket motorcycle.
Motorcycles. So there's actually, motorcycles are probably, the more I research it, they're probably the best way to go.
Yeah. Check out Daryl on
Yeah.
The Walking Dead or all of. Never mind. I won't ruin it for you.
Never mind. We don't want to get into
How about Mad
spoilers.
Max?
Oh, yeah, man. Yeah.
Those guys were freaking the worst.
They were. And they all had motorcycles.
Yeah.
So anyways, there's some really good stuff about motorcycles we want to talk about. The first thing is the gas mileage.
There's only 2 tires.
You don't have to worry about so many flats.
You don't need 4-wheel drive.
You can only get 2 flats at once. You
true.
could get 4 flats on a regular car.
Yes, this is true.
So your standard fuel take on a motorcycle is anywhere from 2 to 5 gallons. It depends on the motorcycle. Okay, Cameron, I can't tell you exactly what your motorcycle has in the tank, right? So you have anywhere from 40 to 100 miles a gallon.
Have you ever seen Dumb and Dumber?
I have, actually.
Remember when they trade
They trade what?
to
Oh,
get their bike because
yeah.
this thing gets
yeah,
40
that's
miles.
right, yeah. Yeah.
That was a genius trade.
It was a genius trade. It wasn't dumb or dumber. It was genius.
Yep.
So really, the gas mileage is going to be fantastic no matter what. You're going to get better gas
They do.
mileage
They
than
get
any
extremely
vehicle.
good gas mileage.
Mhm.
And yeah. And especially if you're carrying extra gas on the sides.
Yep.
You carry that gets you a long way.
It sure does.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
Speed, agility, maneuverability, nothing compares to it, Nothing. I was thinking that too. So, they're super fast. They're maneuverable through in and out of vehicles that are dead on the highway or bodies that are dead on the highway.
Yeah.
You can double or triple dead bodies.
Anything that's dead.
Right over the top of everything.
Anything that's dead, you can go around them.
You can.
Or over.
You can outrun police.
You could, yeah.
No, but they like getting around in town. I mean, even driving in buildings.
Yeah, you could.
You can go.
Seriously.
It's just there's nothing better.
There's nothing
than a
better.
Motorcycle.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to add to speed and agility?
I think you got it covered, bro. Appreciate you. So
cheap apocalyptic thrills. True. Like I said, if you want to double or triple bodies, or you want to jump a fat ditch gap. But yeah, really crossing, across the fields and everything where trucks just won't go.
That's right.
You want that bike.
Moving on.
What about doing, Superman or double backflip?
Yeah, you can do all those things.
For cheap thrills in an apocalyptic
scenario. The next thing is they're usually much easier to repair than most other vehicles, right? You don't need a doctorate in mechanical engineering to fix it most of the time. So
don't insult doctorates of motorcycle mechanics.
I'm not. I'm saying you don't. It's usually not as complicated of an engine. So, anyways, that's a good thing.
Screw it. Unsubscribe.
No. And the last thing is cost. You can usually get them for really, really cheap. So you could have one even if you're low on dough.
Right. Yeah, and I rode 2-strokes in my younger years when I
rode like a 15-stroke. I'm not even scared of you.
So they're really like me in high school growing up on a dairy farm. I could fix a 2-stroke motor.
Could?
Yeah, I used to rebuild them and everything. It really isn't that hard. Mm-hmm. And I didn't have YouTube back then.
Oh my gosh,
Think
you're
about
old.
It. Think about it.
You're so old.
I used to use the manual. I disassembled one completely, put it back together from the manual. I didn't watch a video.
Yeah.
Like all you little turds.
Oh, you little turds.
But yeah, they really are. 2-strokes are super simple. Obviously a little more complicated because you got to mix the gas and everything like that.
Right.
But but yeah, parts too with those, they're really not that hard to come by.
Yeah.
There's always ATV or motorcycle shops in most towns. I mean, we got like 5 in this town.
That's all anyone rides is side by sides here, though.
Yeah.
Most people don't even have a vehicle.
I don't know how to fix those.
Yeah.
And they're not as maneuverable, okay?
They're not. But they're pretty good.
They are. We'll get to that, okay?
Actually, we're going to get to that right now.
Yeah. So, yeah, very simple to repair.
Yeah.
And then we're going to get... Oh, you didn't say anything about cost.
Yeah, I did. I actually just said if you're low on dough...
They're really cheap. Okay, moving on.
So, the next thing in alternate is four-wheelers, side-by-sides, any sort of UTV, ATV, VTV, BTV...
UTV, bullet holes,
ORV,
ORV.
Bullet holes,
bullet holes. If you guys know what that movie is,
I'll bet you 90% of them out there do.
They have to.
They have to. Yeah.
They have to. Yeah. ORV, bullet hole.
Drug dealers wouldn't be caught dead in those polyester wags.
Anyway, okay.
Anyways, four-wheelers, side-by-sides.
Those are cool too.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to fix.
I don't really want to talk about it.
No.
I don't really care. Next. Bicycles.
Bicycles, yeah.
Bicycles.
Human-powered 2-wheel drive devices.
Yeah. Super duper cheap. They're freaking
Some are.
everywhere. Most, right?
Huffy's pretty cheap.
Yeah, Huffies.
Mongoose.
You got the mongoose. So the typical average guy can walk 4 miles an hour. That's where you're going. But when you get on a bike, 15 miles an hour.
My goodness.
Yeah, I mean, you done...
That's 4 times as fast.
Almost 4 times. You're not quite there, but you're really close.
Super close.
Yeah. So they're easy to fix.
Well, I'd push it up 1 speed higher to be 4 times faster.
Oh, you are such a badass.
I would flip it up into 10th gear.
Yeah, you would.
A 10 speed.
10 speed. So anyways, there's lots of shapes, lots of varieties. Off-road, hybrid, street bikes, all that kind of stuff.
There's like slimline.
Yeah. So that bikes.
And you can carry a water bottle.
You can't carry one. And someone on your handlebars.
And a bell.
And a bell.
Yeah.
And you get a banana chair seat. No. And streamers.
Number one first upgrade for casual preppers.
Yes.
Banana seat.
Banana seat.
And a spoke guard.
Yes.
So you don't tear up your ankles.
Next. Horses. Cameron.
Oh, you want pegs too. You want
pegs. Yeah, you gotta have pegs. You gotta have pegs.
You gotta have pegs.
You'd
That
never
will-
make it without
Yeah.
pegs.
You don't know
really
how many survivors you will get out of an SHTF
Get on the
scenario.
pegs.
I got 2 pegs on the front and the back.
Get on.
Get on the handlebars and my banana seat.
Good
Okay.
gracious, you had like 5 people on your little Huffy.
You could.
Yeah. Next, horses, Cameron. What do you think about horses in the apocalypse?
They're a pretty awesome animal. I've never really rode one.
Haven't you?
No.
I've ridden lots of horses in my
Grew
day.
up on a farm and I didn't even
ride a horse.
never ridden a horse.
I rode a horse almost every day growing up.
Good job.
Good gracious.
I rode it to school,
Yeah.
tied it up. Yeah.
I rode it in my sleep. So
So
horses,
how good's a horse?
they're actually really great because they can pretty much eat anything,
Go anywhere.
go anywhere. Really,
be-
they can. They're sure-footed.
You could be the man from Snowy River
You could
in the apocalypse.
going down that really steep hill. And also bonus, they're edible.
You sick freaking.
I am a sick freak, but seriously, you can eat them.
Unsubscribe.
You can
That's
eat 'em.
3 different groups we've caused to unsubscribe.
We
from
now
them.
have 7 listeners, and we thank you all for being here.
They're horse cannibals.
We're not going to talk to them horse cannibals. Listen to those peckers.
So you ride it and then you eat it.
Make sure you get to where you're going
There's
before
nothing
you eat
better.
it.
It's like Candyland.
You could just cut off a chunk as you're riding.
Just riding along, eating its tail.
That's why you got eating its tail. What the hell are you eating hair for? That's disgusting, man.
There's a hard piece of caramel in the middle.
That's disgusting.
Just take a nibble out of the ear.
Remember how I talk about the line and we don't go over it?
Yeah. Just riding into town, take a little bite off the ear.
Yeah.
It's all right, horsey.
Oh, settle down. Settle down, Buck.
Settle. Settle. I have no desire to fight you. And then punch it in the face like Tom Cruise. Okay.
Well, we really messed that one up.
Wow,
Next.
we've destroyed this podcast. Nobody's listening anymore.
Next.
Dog sleds. I thought this was important to put in there.
I'm really glad you put
And
it
I
in
don't
there.
have anything more to talk about.
Okay, let's just move on then.
Dogs and dog sleds.
Okay, next. Golf carts.
Also edible
Also edible.
in certain countries.
You're a
and
sick bastard. We're not eating dogs.
ethnic groups.
Yeah.
Okay. Golf carts are awesome.
They really are. So golf carts really are a fantastic option. Even
Also can give you apocalyptic thrills.
they
You can
can
lock the brake. Coming down.
come down the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I got kicked off a golf course by doing that.
You huff and
Apparently people don't want tire marks
Yeah.
on the green.
go out there and guzzle some gas and do some tricks on the golf cart.
Oh, yep.
So golf carts, electric and gas powered, both can go for quite some time. The electric ones can go 20 to 50 miles an hour or 20 to 50 miles on a charge. That's a long
That
ways.
is a long ways.
So, your
didn't know
battery
they'd go that
lasts 3
long.
to 5 years. You have some sort of a solar charger. My goodness, brah.
You don't need no more vehicle.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the only one you need.
Next, Cameron. I don't know why that one's on there. Skip that one.
Foot.
Yeah.
You can get by on foot.
Duh. Okay. Next.
Durr.
Dune buggies.
So that's they have like a variety of those. A lot of people think that the side by side's a dune buggy.
They would be incorrect.
Dune buggies are pretty bad, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Drug smuggling. But yeah, those suckers can go anywhere, man.
You're going to list off some things, and you stopped at drugs. You went drug smuggling, and then you just kept going to something else.
That's it. That's all they were built
They're
for.
great for drug smuggling, and also
Moving on. But yeah, no, dune buggies, seriously, those suckers can go anywhere.
especially on dunes.
Sand dunes, number one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tractors with trailer, and this says in parentheses, my choice for in-town scavenging.
Yeah. So we've talked about trimmers how many times?
At least
Like
once.
a
or
bulldozer
twice.
or a tractor, you can pull a trailer and it doesn't matter if you have good tires. That
Yeah.
sucker just get drug across.
Yeah.
But those tractors, those suckers are freaking huge. They're tall. They can drive over cars. You can get in and out of most terrain. Drive across fields. Drive over people. Over horses.
Hey,
But
that's my
seriously,
dinner. You ran over my dinner, you bastard.
if you have access to a tractor,
Yeah.
you're going to be the happiest apocalyptic.
I could just see you,
Seriously, I would love
volcanoes
to have a
erupting
tractor.
and stuff, and you're just on your John Deere going through town.
Yeah, I know.
I know.
Did you ever see that episode where the guy built this big old fortress around his bulldozer and went into town and was shooting out of it? And
Episode of
everything?
what?
It was yeah, I don't know what episode.
It was The Simpsons. Or what was it?
It was a real thing that happened. The guy built he put 2-inch steel all around his bulldozer, just drove it into town and was shooting out of it and stuff.
Holy crap.
So if you're that guy,
Yeah, you're probably in jail or dead.
yeah. But
Anyways.
anyway, bulldozers, tractors,
Yeah.
construction stuff, they'd be sweet to have. I'm
Crane.
telling you. A crane would be awesome. You could just in and out. You don't even have to.
Just swing in and out of town.
Could you drop the wrecking ball? I'm going to get that stuff down there.
Yes, sir. Military vehicles, obviously.
There's
Great.
some amazing ones if you live
Yes.
by a base and everybody's dead.
Mm-hmm.
When you get in there and you could just have a heyday.
Yes, sir.
But I'd love a military vehicle.
You would. You would be so happy about
There's
it.
so many different types. Tanks,
Yes. Humvees.
Humvees, armored vehicles, APCs,
Helicopters.
Apaches,
Apaches.
F-16s,
Blackhawks.
F-22s, F-35s. I just spit all over.
I know. Stop doing that. The next thing you have is watercrafts.
Yeah, so I just put, if you're in an area, you live by the Mississippi, you live by the ocean, there's not a better way to get back and forth along the coast. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I'd love to have a jet ski in a river.
You would, wouldn't you?
Not like apocalyptic. I just want to have one. Apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic. That was apocalyptic.
These are delicious apocalyptics.
Apocalyptics all night.
Have you done your mountain climbers in your apocalyptics?
All right, drop and give me 10 apocalyptics.
I'm going to invent an exercise that's an apocalyptic. It's for you survivors out there. Hey, real quick, I want to talk about survival boxes.
I'm so
Because
excited.
they are freaking awesome.
Yes.
So Survivor Box is the only subscription box packed with all of the essential survival supplies that you need for prepping to survive disasters or your next outdoor adventure. There are 3 different boxes to choose from, so sign up today and start getting survival boxes delivered to your door every month. How many months?
Every single
That's right.
one.
No contracts. You can cancel anytime you
Hey,
want.
can I cancel right now?
You can.
Can I cancel tomorrow?
Yes.
Good gracious.
Anytime, I said.
Oh,
Use promo code CASUALPREPPERS for your 10% off of your first box on any monthly subscription at survivalboxes.com.
if you guys haven't gone, I don't know what's going on with you guys.
I'm
Seriously.
not kidding. Check these guys out.
I don't get it.
If you are too lazy to store food, send it to your door every month and then you remember.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I forgot. I'm supposed to be
I
prepping.
wanted stroganoff, chili mac, and what's the other one we always get?
We always get
Chicken
rice.
rice.
Yeah.
Or teriyaki rice.
Right.
25-year shelf life.
Fantastic
Usually get
stuff.
water, some tools, some gear if you wanted that box.
Yeah.
Whatever you want.
It's fantastic, bro.
You really should check them out.
Yeah. Survivalboxes.com. Use our code
Cool.
Casual Preppers. Cameron,
Yes, sir.
we got a tack pack.
We do.
We are done, right? We're done with apocalyptic vehicles or
Unless you
transportation.
want to go into details on dog sleds.
I think we'll leave that. I mean, I think there's enough there for
We're
an
going to do
entire
a dog
episode.
sled episode.
Yeah. Dog sleds and a
Alaskan apocalyptic.
what did we say?
Apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic. No.
Apocalyptic?
Apocalyptic? I don't remember what it was now. Gosh dang it.
Dang it, I should have wrote it down.
So, tack pack. We got a fantastic tack pack in the mail. Will you show
did.
these as I talk about them? Cameron?
will.
Tactical Oatmeal Pistol Mag Carrier. It's worth $44. It says get rid of the unwanted attention towards your crotch by getting that bulky magazine out of your pocket and into a tactical oatmeal magazine carrier.
That is pretty sweet.
It's a fantastic little magazine.
It looks like a
carrier.
pager carrier,
Yeah.
but it's not.
But it's not. It holds your mags, boy.
A magazine, not a clip. Thanks, Kobe.
You're welcome. The next thing is the Eagle Grit Hand Cleaner. $8. Industrial strength American-made hand cleaner. Fantastic
If you
stuff.
like hand cleaner, you're going to love this one.
Yeah, virtually, it removes any substance.
What?
Kills
What did you
odors.
say? Virtual?
Virtual.
Virtually.
Virtually. Next, Hoptic Bubble Level. $25. Awesome stuff
Yeah,
there.
these things are sweet.
Yeah, anyone that shoots any kind of precision knows that level gun is an accurate gun. Get your Hoptic Bubble now.
There's truth behind that.
Next is the Switch View Eagle Eye, $25. Hunters, tactical shooters, competitive shooters. This is the item for you. The Switch View function and reliability.
Whoa.
Anyways, so it's really cool.
Slow it on down.
And that's it, man. TacPack.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, we appreciate TacPack. You guys should appreciate them. Go see them at TacPack.com. Use our code Casual Preppers. You're going to get one for
If you're totally into guns,
yeah, if you shoot at all.
you're dumb to not have a subscription to TacPack.
Yes.
It's time for the quick and dirty medical tip.
This one's going to be really dirty.
Oh, bro.
Not really. So, you guys should check out. First of all, I want to tell you, Kobe did the bestest video
Yeah.
ever
No doubt.
on how to use super glue to.
Yeah, we just put it up on our YouTube channel the other day. It's there. It's how to use super glue
Yeah.
to close a laceration or
Right.
something like that. I can't remember what it's called.
This wasn't a made up video either. Kobe truly
I did
almost lost his hand.
almost lost my index finger.
Split it open, and I sealed it. Saved him.
Yeah, you did. So that's what we're going to talk about for our quick and dirty
Yeah.
medical tip.
So I've talked about adhesives before. They're great for scalp lacerations because you can use the hair, tie it, and glue. You can use it on multiple different types of lacerations if you don't have time to sew, or But we're going to talk about when it's appropriate and not appropriate
Okay.
to use super glue.
I'm
Okay,
excited. Yeah.
there's good times and there's no times. So, number one, I want to tell you about advantages of the adhesives over sutures.
Okay.
So, it bonds in 2.5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's quicker than that, honestly.
It is. The cheap crap I had,
Yeah.
it was like 10 seconds.
Yeah, it was like literally 30 seconds.
It's actually ruined now because
Yeah.
it's sealed shut in the stupid bottle.
Exactly, yeah.
2.5 minutes is the average for a medical adhesive.
Okay. Yeah.
So super quick. It's equivalent to the strength of healed tissue.
wow.
Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah.
Yep. So if you want your skin stronger, just do another layer. Just like cover your body in glue. Yeah.
Yeah, one of those.
Can be applied using only topical anesthetics, so you don't need to poke yourself.
Yeah, that's nice.
So that's the sweetest thing about it.
Yeah.
It's just so sweet.
It is.
I use it a lot in clinic because kids get pissed off when you stick them with needles.
They don't like it.
So if I can, I use glue almost every time.
Mhm.
100% of the time, I use
Almost
glue
every
every
time.
time. It has faster repair times. You can, boom, be done,
Yeah.
get back out there. Obviously, patients do prefer it
Yeah, I
over
prefer it.
sutures.
I'm
It was
glad I
much
didn't have to
nicer.
get sutures the other day.
It's water resistant, so you don't have to bandage it.
Mhm.
A lot of times it's protecting. That's one of the main reasons we
We did something.
It's the main reason
Yeah.
we covered it or we did your hands so that we could keep it protected from microbes and
Yeah.
all kinds of different disgusting things.
amoebas in it.
Just watched that last week. One of
So
my
good.
favorites.
So good.
Kobe's all time.
Yeah.
Well, one of his
that's
all-times.
one of my all-time.
And then again, you don't need to follow up for removal. It just flakes off. Done.
Yeah.
Did you come back and see me?
No.
No.
It's all good, bro.
Yeah, it looks freaking
Look.
fantastic.
It's all good.
So, a lot of you, I know you're eager to know, when can you use Dermabond?
Yes, when?
Or
Super glue.
So, you don't want to use it in these scenarios.
Okay.
If it's jagged, so if it's like a tear, I mean, you can, it just doesn't do as well.
Sounds
and it
good.
probably needs to be sutured. So if it's jagged or the laceration is just a big mess, hamburger, you don't want to goop a bunch on there.
No, sir.
Bites, punctures, and crush wounds. Do not use it on those. Those
Okay.
need to stay open.
Oh.
You don't close those, okay?
Okay.
If your dog or your wife bites you or your significant other, don't close it. By the way, human bites are the worst. They're the most dirty.
Are they?
Yeah. They're the most complicated.
Gosh dang.
Yeah. Humans are disgusting. I hate them.
Yeah.
Contaminated wounds, obviously.
But humans subscribe to the podcast.
I know.
It's
you
a
guys
dilemma.
are not disgusting.
We like you. You're the only ones.
So mucosal surfaces.
Oh.
So in your mouth, like wet.
Wet.
So inside your butthole.
I like your mucosal
Don't put
surface.
super glue in there. Or, yeah. So when we're talking about the mouth, the vermilion border is like where your lips end. And then you got the nasty, hair starting to grow.
I think that's where Trump wants to build the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's
He's going
called
to make the
vermilion border.
mouth pay for it.
So the part of the lip that's got the wrinkles in it,
Yeah. Is that the technical term?
and on the inside of the mouth, any of those mucosal surfaces that put off mucus, that's kind of the easy way to think about it.
Yeah.
It's obviously not going to work.
No.
It's too moist.
Don't put it in your nose.
Some moisture. Axilla, you don't want to put it in your armpit or your perineum, aka your taint.
Oh, don't do it
Do not
there.
put it on your taint. You will hate
What did you
it.
do to get cut down there?
Right.
For one thing.
Right. So hands, feet, and joints, there are limitations. If it's on the flexor, if it's on the back of your knuckle.
Yeah.
I don't do it in clinic, but out in the wilderness, I would do it.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna. If it's splinted, if you're gonna keep it straight, it works perfect. But obviously,
If you move it, it's going to break.
It's gonna break, and all those joints and stuff. It's not the best choice. If it's a bad cut, you really want to suture it. So, just simple steps of using Dermabond. You can anesthetize if you want. I don't. And then prepare the wound. So, like in the video, we cleaned it, we irrigated it just like you would with sutures.
Yeah.
Get it as clean as possible before you're technically closing it just like sutures. You want to kind of push the edges together. I didn't mention that. Anything beyond there's a length. It says anything beyond I can't remember. I don't do anything over if yours was longer than 3 centimeters, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
You get those really long suckers, that's too much glue and it's just not going to hold. But anyways, make sure that those borders don't have a lot of tension.
Mm-hmm.
And, if it's just a little bit, you get the borders as close as possible, obviously, for healing reasons, so it can heal back together. Then you just open up your glue, and we showed in the video a nice way to do it. It's kind of like a welding bead. You just run a little stream right across the wound itself, and then I use the tip of the...
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Uh-huh.
Don't use the whole shaft.
Just the tip.
And I just use that to kind of lay that bead flat.
Yeah.
So it leaves about a centimeter and a half wide, area of Dermabond or super glue. It just gives it's more surface area to bond to.
Yeah.
It seals it better, So definitely look at the video because it's a lot easier to explain it.
Yeah, it's a lot easier to see.
You can see how I just I run a bead and then I run the shaft, as Kobe likes to hear.
Yeah.
I just run along there and kind of spread that bead out, and I do like 3 to 5 coats on there. I think we did like 2 on yours.
Yeah, 2 or 3.
Because I don't care about your life.
No.
And you don't, when you're applying that bead, don't push into the wound because
You don't want to get it inside.
you don't want it to be bleeding
Yeah.
because obviously it's not going to work very well. So you just kind of a little off to the side of one edge, run that bead, and then you just pass over it. And yeah, like I said, 3 to 5. So there you go.
Very
Simple
cool.
steps
Yeah.
to do it.
It's such a good thing to have in a med kit.
Yeah.
Especially if you're out, like we said, hiking or
Right.
because it's just so easy to fix it right there.
It is.
took us literally like 3 or 4 minutes and it was
Right.
done.
It's extremely useful on like the torso, the thighs, the calves, the forearms, upper arms, and the face. Areas that are under a lot of high tension.
Sure.
And then, like we said too, scalp lacerations. It's awesome because you just pull the hair across, tie. I actually do it in clinic for kids. Moms are like super grateful, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, what are you doing after?
Hey.
Just kidding. I don't do that. My wife don't listen to this.
No.
I was just kidding.
She doesn't.
But yeah, I would pick
Very
up
good.
a bunch of super glue because it's
Yeah.
super easy to use, has multiple uses.
Yeah.
And you'll love it. It smells great.
It does.
Burns your nose holes.
Yeah. It's almost like drinking gasoline.
Stings the nostrils.
So go check out the video because like we said, it's a lot easier.
All
to
of this
tell
is
on
like
the video.
Yeah,
It's all there.
Easily viewed, and you will remember it forever.
Yes, you will. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed yet, what the hell? Go subscribe now, please.
I just subscribed to YouTube today.
You did, didn't you? Like I get an email. It's like Cameron Hardy is subscribed. I'm like, what?
I was like, great. Kobe's gonna see that.
Kobe's gonna see this. I haven't even
I
subscribed to
thought
our
I
own YouTube channel.
subscribed to our own, but I was subscribed to our
Basement Nation
our
Outdoors.
Basement Nation that we do for Battle Box.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh crap.
Anyways, yeah, go subscribe
now
there.
a new
Subscribe to the podcast. Go like us on Facebook and Instagram. We're always going live on Instagram, so if you want to see us, that's a good place to go.
We're there for y'all, yo.
Go.
We do this for you.
Go enter the
do this for you.
the giveaway that's going on until October 2nd, 2017.
Seriously, you'll want that backpack. You check it out.
No, not the backpack. I'm talking about the Gerber knife.
Oh yeah.
Go check out iconic.inc too. On Instagram though, they're really cool. Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't have revealed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Bye.